which of the recommendations, which of the recommendations that they need for that very operation. So we are making it very much easier while using groups, while using cooperatives. And when we are using cooperative, the cooperative must be in a cluster so that when we are moving to the farms to provide supervision training for them to see how their crops are developing, what is the next step, what are the things they will do in order for them to increase their productivity. So we always provide this training for smallholder farmers, and not only the talking, we have demonstration farms in some of our remote area. A typical example, it is the first remote infrastructure that we've just launched yesterday in North Central in Nasarawa, Doma local government and Kawo village to be specific, where we have tractors, we have harvester, we have planter for the smallholder farmer. All of these are ways we think Zowasel as an organization, we can boost the productivity of the smallholder farmer. And when we say we are an agtech company, we are not encouraging farmers to go into drugged operations using handheld tools like cutlass. We are making the production for them very much easier, less time consuming by bringing tractors to them, by bringing planters to them, by bringing harvesters to them for them to be able to use. And the good part of this is we are providing the services for the smallholder farmer at a subsidized rate. Now, when I mean a subsidized rate is if the normal vendor that you have around that has a tractor, he will charge you maybe 40,000 naira for you to be able to use the machine. Now, we at Zowasel, we are slashing that one to 50%. Instead of paying 40,000 naira, we will say, okay, you pay 20,000 naira for this operation. And we ensure that the job is being done within the specific time frame. So these are some of the little opportunities we are encouraging and we are providing for smallholder farmers. And when we come to about input, we are providing the best input for the smallholder farmer with recommendation. We are ensuring that the farmer have the best yield variety of crop, the best chemical from the manufacturer direct. We are trying for the smallholder farmer to have access to fertilizer at the appropriate time. And all of these are the services under our free agronomic under our agronomic operations, where we encourage smallholder farmers to use our remote infrastructure, which is the crop test center. It is only at the crop test center where you'll be able to get all the services. If you want, you can come in there as an individual farmer. You book, make your inquiries. They'll provide you with a tag. They provide you with a batch number. Then you provide them with the necessary information, because we are also using the crop center to capture information of the smallholder farmer, those that we are able to work with within the time frame. What is the end product? What is their productivity? What is the yield they got? What are the challenges they've faced in the course of their operation within that cropping cycle? So all of these are the opportunities we are providing for the smallholder farmers in wherever we have our remote infrastructures. So I believe with the little stretch I have just given, we'll be able to understand actually what are the free agronomic services we provide in Zowasel for the smallholder farmer. We provide training, we provide mechanization services, then we provide subsidized mechanization services, we provide subsidized input sales through our crop center, that is the remote infrastructure. So if we are able to get these within the little time that we have, and we have questions, I believe the next speaker, when he might have rounded up, when it's time for question and answer, we can ask more to understand who are the people that will benefit from the free agronomic services, what are the likely location, and so many questions I believe will be here to ask in the course of the presentation. Okay, back to you, Shola.
All right, Abdul, thank you. That was very insightful. Okay, so Abdul will begin his questions at the end of the after all other speakers have finished. So we'll go to the next agenda, which I'll be taking. Basically, oh, okay. Okay, which I'll be taking. Sorry, I want to give. So I will be discussing about the referral program and our supply discounts. So the referral, which I'm sure registered vendors on the platform will have gotten newsletters and broadcasts with regards to this. So this basically is a program that uh, we've created for vendors who are on our platform. That is, you are a seller, you're a merchant on the Zowasel platform already. So we designed the referral program so you can make more profits elsewhere rather than from your own major supply. So the way it works is when you another vendor who is also into agribusiness that also makes supply. So when you refer this person and we onboard the person to the platform, the vendor will onboard them to the platform. So once they make their first successful supply, as the referrer who brought this person to the platform, you're entitled to a bonus of 0.5% of the total transaction costs which the vendor you referred made. So this bonus is only on their first supply. So, for example, if you as a cocoa farm or vendor or supply, you refer someone who supplies maize, and this person for their first supply, they go ahead to make a supply of say about 500 metric tons of maize. So you are, of course, as the referral, you are aware of this supply that has been made. So at the end of the transaction, you are entitled to 0.5% of the total transaction cost for that 500 metric ton of maize as your bonus for referring this vendor. So that's basically all how it works. But we have some vendors who most sometimes they come together to make a supply. Say one person, vendor A has 30 metric ton, vendor B has 50 metric ton, vendor C has 20 metric ton. Then you come together and supply 100 metric ton. So for that kind of supply, once you are a part of that supply, you are not entitled to a referral. The referral program does not work on that kind of supply. So for the referral program to work for you, you are not in any way affiliated with the supply or with the vendor or yeah with the vendor on the supply that they've made successfully for you to be eligible for the bonus. So I think that's basically that for the referral program. Was for the supply discount. So supply discount is to encourage more supply from vendors. That is to encourage you to make more. So basically, this supply discount is based on the Zowasel platform fee. So, I mean, all registered and onboarded vendors are quite aware that Zowasel charges a platform fee of 1.5%. So, to encourage more supply from your hand, we have the supply discount. So, for the supply discount, we have the welcome discount, which is for any new uh, any vendor, even vendor, but you've not made any supply on the Zowasel platform, though you've been trying, maybe due to one reason or the other, it has not been successful. But for your first successful supply as a vendor on Zowasel, you are eligible to a supply discount. So that is, we can reduce your platform fee to say about 1%. Of course, depending on though it might be if you're making like say 10 trucks, we could go as low as uh, say 0.75, 0.5%. So basically, for the welcome discount, just to say that for any of your first supply, you're eligible to get a discount on the Zowasel platform fee. Then we have the trade discount. So this one is eligible on one when a supplier is making 1 to 5 trucks. Maybe you're already a vendor on the platform. We've already done this welcome discount for you. You don't want to make further supplies, and you, we are now giving you another discount. Any other discount we are giving you for that one, for any other supply you're making, that would be the trade discount. So just like I said, for the welcome discount, is only for your first supply. So subsequent supplies will charge 1.5%. But for the trade discount to be eligible for you, then you have to be supplying at a go. You're supplying 1 to 5 trucks of maize. So for the 1 to 5 trucks of maize, that is okay. Yeah, you are supplying 1 to 5 trucks of maize. So for the 1 to 5 trucks of maize, we are deducting our platform fee by 50%. So that is the amount of discount eligible for that. Then we also have for 6 to 10 trucks. So for 6 to 10 trucks, we'll be deducting 70% from the Zowasel platform, which means we'll be charging 0.45%. And this is eligible for all commodities, all type of commodities. So then for 10 trucks and above, still on the trade discounts, we have 90% discount. So this means we'll be charging 0.15% on the total transaction cost for that 10 trucks. So that's for the trade discount. Then we also have the cash payback logistic discount. So I mean, we all know how logistics is going in Nigeria right now. Well, with the fuel prices going high, and then logistic charges going even higher, and a lot of trucks cannot get diesel for their trucks and all that. So it's actually affecting a lot of vendors in making a successful supply. So because of that, Zowasel designed this cash payback logistic discount. So basically, the way it works is, for any successful supply you've made, you're eligible to 10% cash back on your logistics. Please note that this logistics, if you're making your first supply and we're giving you a welcome discount, you are not eligible for cash payback logistic discount. It's either one or the other for the cash payback logistic discount. So for the cash payback logistic discount, once you secure the logistics, you made your delivery, and the delivery is successful, we give you a 10% cash back on your logistics cost only. Your logistics cost, not cost involved in making the supply, just on the logistic cost. So, and for us for you to be eligible, we have to verify your logistic your logistic costs. That is, you share it with the finance team, and other things are involved. But basically, it's a cashback discount on logistics. I think so. For the moment, these are the 3 discounts, supply discount available to Zowasel, although we are working every day to get more across to vendors that will aid in the supply of their commodities. So I think I'll also be taking my questions at the end of the top speakers slide. That is Gabriel. So once Gabriel is done, we'll take all questions. All right, thank you. So Gabriel, please You have the floor now.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. I'm Gabriel, so I'll be taking us on Zowasel transport for more efficient supply of goods and crop test center services and their locations. I'll be starting with the Zowasel crop test center, the crop test centers services and locations before coming into Zowasel transport for more efficient supply of goods. So, what is Zowasel crop test center? So we'd like to understand that. We'd like to know the objectives of the crop test center, then who manages it, what benefits uh, uh, this crop test center serve to the smallholder farmers within the community, uh, among others. So Zowasel Crop Test Center is a platform that creates interaction between crop sellers, small farm holders across several farming communities in several rural areas, strategically located. It's a remote infrastructure and physical touch point for smallholder farmers, enabling them to have access to several services. And the crop center has been managed by a trustee who is well trained and have experience in crop commodities, in crop production, as well as farm inputs. And it's expedient for us to note that the crop center are strategically located at several regions within the communities in Nigeria. So the objectives of the crop test center are: one, to establish a connected rural network across communities to serve as direct point of sales uh, access across key market routes within the communities, and empowering local agro entrepreneurs to make money while supporting smallholder farmers in their communities. The process also serves as a unit where smallholder farmers have access to several agronomic services, just like my colleague, Mr. Bukarim Abdul Bangura has said, give us more insight about the agronomic services, the training of farmers, alongside several other things. So these are many more what we do at the crop test center. So the crop test center services now, what are the services? It's expedient for us to note the services of the crop test center. One is to access market accessibility to market, access to market to sell their crops. So the smallholder farmers and even several vendors could have access to the crop center to sell their crops. So smallholder farmers could come to the crop center to aggregate their commodities for crop testing and standardization. So even merchants could also have access to the crop test centers. They could bring samples of their crop that they want to sell at Zowasel marketplace for testing. So it's expedient also for us to know that at the crop test center we have trustees, and those trustees will get the samples across to us so that our buyers will check the quality and assess whether those samples are acceptable or not. So aside that, the crop test center, the smallholder farmers and other members of the community could have access to improved farm inputs, quality agricultural inputs like fertilizers, agrochemicals, seeds, and many more. So, and we have several different payment channels. So we could do crop for input, we could save, smallholder farmers could save for input, and they could also pay cash for their inputs. The third thing is also access to financial inclusion services, where smallholder farmers have access to cash in, to cash out, to make transfers, and so many more. Account opening as well as other things. So the competence center is also a point where training of farmers takes place. Training for crop standardization, training for good agronomic practices, training in order to meet the quality of buyer, this quality specification of buyers and other processors that are already on our platform. And so, I mean, the fifth thing is now access to mechanized services and access to free agronomic services. Mr. Abdul has given us more details about that. So, what are the benefits of the crop test center now? One, to the farmers, benefit to the farmers or crop sellers, and we also have benefits to the processors. Number one, benefit is that it serves as an aggregation point where commodities are aggregated, where commodities could be tested, and where the quality could be ascertained, and all that. So access to also to information is also another thing that the crop test center is being used for. You could have access to several lot of information among others. So quality agricultural inputs to enhance productivity is also key. Now, to processors and to buyers, what are the benefits? It enhances traceability of their commodities from the origin. Our buyers, our processors knows from where their commodity is coming from, and to yes, and that thing is to ensure that the right quality are coming from those locations, and to enhance crop quality testing and standardization. So these are many more benefits that buyers and crop sellers have at the crop test center. So it's also expedient for us to note the locations where our crop test centers are located. Currently, we are in 4 regions in Nigeria. In the northwestern region, we have Kaduna, Kano, Jigawa. We have the north central region, Nasarawa, and of course, Mr. Abdul has also highlighted that center was being launched yesterday, fully fixed with, fully equipped with several mechanized equipment, crop testing equipment, and all that. We have the South region, Cross River, Akwa Ibom. We have the Southwest, Ondo, particularly Bankemo and Idonri locations. So on Zowasel transport now. So at Zowasel, we offer convenient online market place for our crop sellers and merchants. So, and for more efficient supply of goods, we offer direct support service opportunities to our merchants, to crop sellers, to farmers, both crops and delivery across several regions that we are operating, just as I've highlighted, that we operate within 4 regions in the country. So, and we are also trying to expand more operations. So, if you have commodities for logistics, you can reach out to us. We can make provisions for logistics for you on how to move your commodities to our processors, our buyers, because one of our goal is to make the supply of goods more efficient. Is to ensure that you have stress less transactions on our platform. So what we need you to do for us is to reach out to our website and to make more inquiries about the route available, about services. And one key thing also is that logistics services are insurance cover, so you don't have to fear. You need to not to fear of anything. Once you use Wassel transport services, your insurance, there's insurance over the goods you are supplying to our buyers, to our suppliers. So thank you very much. These are what I have to say about the crop center service and allocation and Zowasel transport. If there's any question, I'll be glad to have them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. That was very insightful and elaborate. So I think now we'll take all questions for all 3 speakers. So if you have a question, please, any can signify and then. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. My question goes directly to Oluwashola and Gabriel. Udemabasi, trustee, Akwa Ibom State. From the
You're
beginning
welcome.
of, thank you. From the beginning of today's webinar, it really goes that oil palm is not involved. And I personally have been following the program of Zowasel, and good that our agronomist, Mr. Friday, is also online. I think to ask of the development of the oil palm, the crude palm oil, what really has sold? Is there any person that Swacell is buying from, so that we can now identify what is our that is for you, Oluwashode. Then for Mr. Gabriel, thank you on the aspect of the crop. Been looking for it. I have here numerous activities and benefits of mention also in Akwa Ibom. I would like you to put more light as to how many and where the center, and see how we can also help our farmers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Udeme. Okay, so for your first question, that will be is not actually part of our agenda today, but we'll answer it. It will be attended to by Friday, not now, but after we've taken other questions. But your second one will be attended to by Gabriel now. Okay, Gabriel,
All right,
can
thank you
you
very
attend to
much.
this?
Thank you very much, Shola. The value chain, though Mr. Prince is going to stress more on this, but the value chain Zowasel is looking at does not only cut across grains alone, that is maize, soya beans, paddy rice, wheat, sesame. Several other value chains such as oil palm and cocoa are involved. So I give Mr. Abdul the floor to talk more about this. We have several buyers about that. He's going to talk more about it. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you
and
so
is
much.
Abdul in? Okay, all right.
Yes, thank you so much for that question. I know Friday is in a better position to provide us more detail, but let me just help Friday a little with the question here. We are very much sorry for not specifying what we are saying in terms of crop cultivation. But I believe this webinar is to cover all the crops that Zowasel we are dealing with. Now, for the South and the Southwest, what we are actually trying to do currently is to get our remote infrastructure in order. And getting our remote infrastructure, that is the Crop Tech Center, we will be glad to launch it and allow the general public to come there, get all the trainings they require for the cultivation of permanent crop and cash crop, which is basically the key crop in those regions. And I believe Friday is in a better position to come up to this point and say, yes, currently Zowasel is highly engaged in providing infrastructure and likewise training. I believe training has commenced in some areas or in some communities in the South region where we have our crop test center or where we are building our infrastructures. So I believe Friday you will step in if you are online now, or we'll proceed with our question and answer session. Later, you will come in to summarize the activity that Zowasel is currently doing in the South region and the Southwest.
Okay, good afternoon, all. I've been listening to everyone keenly. My name is Agbo Friday, uh, Head Agronomy South. To refer to Mr. Udeme's question, uh, Zowasel is not just working on only grains. Hello? To address Mr.
Yes, we
Udeme's
are with.
question, we are not just working on grains in the north only. We are working on oil, palm, and cocoa. As you can see, I and Mr. Steven, who is also online, we have been at a door for the past 2 weeks, working remotely to see how the crop test center get commissioned very soon. And in Akwa Ibom, we also have a crop test center at Ikot Oboro, that is along Umahia Road in Ikot Ekpene. They are working on it presently and it will get commissioned. Mr. Odemeyo and other trustees will be invited to that area to come and see. And last week I was in Akwa Ibom at Ikot Idwek, Ikono local government, where we met with oil palm farmers and cocoa farmers. We had our first training in South in Akwa Ibom State, where we taught the farmers on how to prune their cocoa, and they were so happy about it. Some of you saw the pictures and every other thing that I shared. So we are not just focusing on the north alone. I'm on ground in the south. I am Priscilla, though she's not online now. We're working together. If we have not gotten to your place, definitely we are going to come. Mr. Udeme and I think Silvanus is online too. We are coming to your place. So, in summary, we are on ground. We are working on oil palm and cocoa and all other crops like cassava and maize in the south. But for now, we are trying to set up the CTC at a door in the Ikom local government area of Cross River State. By the time we set up that one, my colleague will also brief you on the one going on at Akwa Ibom State. I don't know, Mr. Udeme, if I've answered your question.
Okay, Friday.
Mr. Udeme, you can go ahead.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. The other last question will come at the end of the program. Thank you.
Okay,
I will
okay.
hold it
Thank you.
the last of the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, we'll take the next question from Mega C Limited.
Hello.
You can go ahead, Mr. Stephen.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Stephen, a trustee in ICOM. We have our center in Edo. First, I want to commend Mr. Friday for his hard work. He has been very supportive, very encouraging. Seeing him alone makes me want to do even more. Yes, to add to what the question Mr. Odeme asked, I like to say that Zowasel is not just looking at grains alone. We have been working with oil palm farmers and cocoa farmers. As a matter of fact, yesterday we were with the secretary of cocoa of Khan in his office in Ikom yesterday. We are working on getting a warehouse. We are working on the CTC. We've sent our costing for setting up the CTC prior to the launching that is supposed to be anytime from now. So we are on it. Though we've not been able to touch all the spots in Cross River State except for Gubra, DSL, and Ikom. We can't do everything at the same time. Thank you. That's the little I have to contribute.
All right, thank you, Stephen. So we'll take the next question. Okay, he said he has. I'm trying to meet. I think I think you should try because I don't think I can unmute you from here. But in the meantime, do we have any other question from any other person? While we wait for Mega C to.
Yes, Mr. Lua Shola, I have a question.
Yes, Stephen.
My question is on the issue of commission.
Yes.
Will the office be open to explain the process to our vendors?
Because to tell you the truth, if I'm with a vendor and I'm asked to explain what you just said in this meeting today, I'll have very little to say. That's one. And then secondly,
Okay, I think we lost Stephen there. We'll wait for him to come back. Okay, Sylvanus, what's your question?
Uh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate this program so much. It's really timely. My question is on the equipment that
hello.
will be brought to crop test center. Oh, okay, Stephen is still on.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, Stephen, you can go ahead. Then I ask my question later.
Hello, Stephen. Okay, Mega C, quickly, could you just leave the meeting and then join in again? That should help with the unmute problem. Okay, since Stephen is having a network issue, so Sylvanus, please go ahead.
Okay, my question is the equipment that the machines that is said to be will be at the crop test center. Is it open for anybody? Is it for anybody, any farmer that needs to use it, or is it just limited to the people that they are working with?
Okay, I think Friday, I think.
Oh, okay. For the machines that will be at the center is going to be for the farmers. Specifically, it's going to be for the farmers. It's not going to be for a set or for a specific group that we are targeting. We are targeting the smallholder farmers. So they have equal rights to use all the opportunity, all the facilities that we provided at the crop test center. So whatever equipment you see there, it is for the farmer, not for a particular set of farmers or not for a class of farmers. It is for the smallholder farmers.
Okay,
Thank you. Shola,
does
can you hear
that
me
answer
now?
your question, Sylvanus?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, all right, Mega C, thank you for
Yeah.
joining back.
Can you hear me now,
What is your
Shola?
question? Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for a wonderful time shared here. And I must comment that it was quite an enlightening meeting. Two questions, please. Ayo is my name. I'm calling in from Kano. Now, you talk about logistic movement from Kano to Ibadan. I just want to know how you do your logistics in Zowasel. Did you do it in weight or you do it per truck? For instance, the size of a truck you charge so, or you have to charge per weight of item. For instance, a bag of 50 kg. Do you charge in that rate? Maybe you charge per bag or you charge per truck. That's what I want to know. Number one. Number two, for your agri input support you do for farmers, smallholder farmers, as mentioned in the presentation, is this similar to the anchor borrowing system because you say you buy stock back from them or stuff? I just need more light in that regards. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, so Gabriel will take the first question and then Abdul the second question. Okay, Gabriel.
Yes, thank you very much for your question. The routes, the rates that we charge per route varies because number one, because of the several fluctuation in prices, and we charge per weight in tonnage for whatsoever truck that we are using. So it's going to be in tonnage for per truck.
Okay, fine. So
Yes,
for this time,
yes, yes. I think more to that is that insurance cover the logistic services that we are providing for you. That's
is
very
it
key.
possible? Is it possible to have an idea of a 600 metric tons, or you want to communicate outside the webinar?
Yeah, these information will be communicated outside the webinar. We can just talk one-on-one with the team, the sales team, on how on what volume is available, and we talk out the rates, and we give you, I mean, we make you to be informed about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So the
Thank
second
you.
question.
Okay, with regards to the input sales, we are a business organization or a business company. What the Anchor Borrower program does is quite different from what we are typically doing. That's why we said we are providing input for the smallholder farmer at a subsidized rate, because we are getting it directly from the manufacturer to the crop test center. So we are giving it to the farmer at a subsidized rate. Now, if they are buying it at the open market at 3,500 naira, it is not that we are selling it at the crop center. We are ensuring that the farmer to be able to get it at a price, and for the farmer to be able to get the best quality of that input we seek to get at the crop test center. So we don't have similarity with the Anchor Borrower program, because we too are getting these commodities from the manufacturer at a price given to us. And whichever commodity we are putting at the crop test center in a subsidized rate for the smallholder farmer to buy, it is the same price we are getting it from the manufacturer. We are not going to add anything to the cost that we will be incurring to move it to the crop test center. So we are getting it at the same price from the manufacturer directly. That is the same price we are selling it to the smallholder farmer at the crop test center.
So how do you make your profit? What's your gain here?
If we want to talk about profit here, because we know we are getting it from the manufacturer directly, we are ensuring that the farmer will get it at a less price, because farmer will not be able to say they will get how many metric ton of chemicals. So we are not looking at the profit. We are trying to see how the farmer will be able to increase his or her productivity using our crop test center. So if we are talking about profit in that line, we are now moving to the commercial aspect. They will now add value to it. Then what we are selling at the crop center will be similar to what they are selling at the open market.
It's okay. I see your point. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm still hanging on. It'll just take time for me to ask questions.
Okay, sorry. We'll take the next question. Mr. John, please go ahead.
Right. Thank you for the opportunity of joining here on the explanation. My own has to do with equipping the crop test center. How long will it take
So, please,
from
can you
now?
speak louder? We can't hear you clearly.
It before we have the machine, the crop test center, like my own state, my own local government, especially in the big month for having palm oil. Probably the next 1 week or two, we'll be able to get much of the palm oil. At the same time, farmer will know what is lacking in their oil. So I'm asking how long will it take? Are you with me, please?
I don't know. Okay, Abdul, did you hear that clearly? Because
Oh, I was
I didn't.
asking about how long we will take for the crop test center to be equipped with machine, where I specify it with oil in Akwa Ibom State and my local government in particular. I said this is the peak for having the palm oil. How long do we do? Because they know what they tell farmers, because I've been telling them when they bring oil and say it must be of the standard. Have you seen what I'm asking?
Okay, Friday, please, can you attend to that question?
I cannot hear what she said, though. I don't know if you can come again with a question.
I believe Friday, let Shola get the question. I think what he's asking is, now we are at the peak of a harvest for palm oil in his region. Now, how soon will the crop test center will be ready to take supply from the smallholder farmer?
Okay, that is his question, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's my question.
Okay, what is it that before the test center gets ready, we are already uptaking from our various locations. Let's say for the FFB, which we are doing in Cross River now, we tell the farmers we have an aggregating point where we tell the farmers every Tuesday, Wednesday is when we are going to buy the FFB. And the farmers that morning from 6 to 12, they get it ready and we come to, and we are planning one in Cross River right now. Same thing goes for Akwa Ibom. I have my colleague there. When you get your FFB ready, you just to inform her. She will come over, inspect it. If it's Dura or Tenera, we'll be able to do that. So before the crop test center gets ready, of which we are believing by first week of April it should be ready. We are, for the one in Cross River, we are working on it right now. It should be ready by hopefully by next week. For Akwa Ibom, we are looking at first week of April. It should be ready. But before the crop test center gets ready, you have your FFB, which that is what you are interested in getting for now, because most of the farmers have not been able to process the oil to our specification. When you get a farmer, maybe a farmer in your location, Mr. John, maybe you are able to do it right by getting a CPO of FFA less than 6%, and a farmer in Ikotepene gets CPO of 13%. But if you mix this together and take it, you already, the aim of getting that quality oil is already, you can achieve it. So for now, what we are doing is to get the FFB. Within 24 hours, it gets to our buyer and they process it to good oil. So that's the reason why we cannot get CPO from this our end now. Let's see how, with our free agronomic training and other things we'll be doing, the farmer should be able to get it very soon. But for now, we are looking at getting FFB less than 24 hours to whosoever will process our buyer. And our buyer is very close to us in the south. I don't know, Mr. John, if I've answered your question.
You have answered my question partly, but with
Though I
what you are
can't get
saying
him
here,
now,
you are
I can't get
tightening
you
the
very well.
way. No, I wonder. I'm in the capital city. I wonder why you don't hear me. My voice is
Okay,
clear.
so
You hear me now?
yeah, I think for the oil palm, thank you,
So,
Mr. John. For the oil palm, all matters regarding oil palm will be having another webinar that will be focusing on needs, especially on the training with regards to the FFB. So to be communicated to all oil palm trustees soon. So I think for that, during that training, other questions with regard to oil palm will be attended to.
okay.
So we, because we're working on time, we have to round up the meeting. So we'll take one last question with regards to the value added service webinar. Do you have any?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Olushal. And truly, we want to be of help to Zowasel and also Zowasel be of help to the small order farmers. The challenge of us having the special palm oil is our processing machines. We don't have it right in this way. And the truth that our farmers are not willing to sell the FFB bunches. We have made a survey. It is a very new thing to them. But I want to tell us that last I did say that there is a machine we are having. I want the team that is involved with Zowasel to come up with these requests. Some time ago, last month, the CEO, Mr. Jerry, came to the state, Akwa Ibom. We were able to take him to a mill that we have acquired so that we can now produce special palm oil. And there has not been an effort thereafter. We said we should send a mail, which we send to Zowasel partners, which I want the team to help us. Either talk to me or Silvanos directly, because the two of us trustees are involved. We have been going around discussing with other farmers who are now willing to bring in the oil. Is an automated processing mill, which can be done in 24 hours. So I want this understanding that this is a problem raised by one of the trustee. He needed assistance. Let something be done, because there was something Mr. Jerry said that should be done. I want a follow up of this. That is my request. We have undergo a lot of training, and as Mr. Friday is coming in, more training will come up. But let us also begin to practice how we can have this special palm oil. It is our desire and my desire that farmers will grow with Zowasel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Odeme. If you check your WhatsApp page, I've sent the email to you, which Jerry requested that you should put everything in writing and send to him. If you check your WhatsApp, you'll be able to see it. So you said you tried to send a message, but you couldn't go, but I'll send it to you. So try it again. I believe we'll have a session for oil palm so that we'll be able to tackle this issue once and for all. Then for the area of FFB, I'm in Cross River right now, Edo, Ecom to be precise. The farmers there are willing to sell FFB, and we are trying to gather. So it's just a matter of talking to your farmers. For those of them who want to sell FFB, that we are in position to buy, but it shouldn't take. It should be maybe that very day. I think within 24 hours of getting it from your farm, it should get to the buyer's place. So for FFB, some farmers are willing to sell, especially in Cross River here, and I believe even in Akwa Ibom, if you talk to some of your farmers, they are ready to do that also. So I'll be visiting you very soon, and let's see how we do. But check your WhatsApp. I've sent the mail to you of what Jerry requested. Send your information to that place, and the office will look into it. Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right, thank you, everyone. So we're now rounding up the webinar. So I just want to say that you now you all clearly understand about the effects of using the Zowasel transport, our value chains that are supported by the Agronomy Services, our referral program, our business discount, supply discount, and then crop test centers closest to you. So there will be other webinar in the future that will be taking some of these issues separately. That is, it will be totally based on especially for the Zowasel crop test centers. Once all our centers are up and running, we'll be having a webinar that will totally focus on crop test centers and everything about it, how it will be useful to you, the locations, and every other thing. So we'll also be having other webinars, but as our vendors, we might not be attending to everything you have to inform us, or everything you would like to know. So on that end, we would like you to reach out to us via our contacts that is shown here, or you send an email to marketplace@zowasel.com. Maybe you have a specific topic, something you want us to discuss about, or anything, just reach out to us on these lines. There are lines of they're always available. Our team members are also contact for our head office. So reach out to us by this contact and send us an email here, or we're always here to attend to you. All right. So based on that, I will give my final note, which is thank you for trusting in Zowasel, and we look forward to successful and beautiful relationship with everyone. All right, so thank you for joining this webinar. Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Mr. Mayfield, were you there? I did not hear your voice. Mr. Bye-bye. Now that I know you were in the hall.
I do. I do.
Now, Vado.
Eh,
It's okay.
don't worry. I don't get that.
It's okay.
Yeah, we will.
It's okay. Bye-bye.
It's Miss Dodeme and Sylvanus. Go.